Hi guys! So today I'd like to teach you guys how to make Dusty the Plane from the Planes movie 2.
So I made this whole plane using gum paste so that way it dries nice and hard. So I'm shaping the bottom of the plane out of white gum paste. And now once I got the shape down to where I want it, I'm just going to trace it on a piece of cardboard, dust that with some icing sugar, and that's so I can match the top of the plane exactly to the same shape. So I'm just making the middle of it almost as this raised kind of square in the center of it, and then I'm pushing down the edges to make them nice and smooth. And I'm just going to add some details using my knife and my veining tool. Now for the wings, I'm going to use a piece of cardboard and cut out the shape of the wing. Mark where that's going to be on the bottom of my plane, and I'm going to cut out a little piece so that way my wings can actually insert into the bottom of the plane. And using some white gum paste, I'm just going to cut out the shape of the wing. Make sure they're nice and smooth. And then the wings actually have a strip of orange and a strip of blue on them. So I've cut out a long strip of orange and I'm just going to put that onto my wing using some water. I'm just going to cap off the edges and then cut out the shape of the blue fondant and put that in place as well. And I'm also using some blue gum paste, and that's going to be for the back of the wing, for his kind of back wing, and then this little orange piece is going to be for the top part that's going to sit on top of that, and it has a little D7 on it. And these are going to be for the wheels. So I've cut out some little logs of white gum paste and I'm inserting a wet toothpick into them, and that's to help stabilize it. I just rolled out some black fondant or black gum paste, and I'm just going to stick that onto my wheel and let those dry. And all of those are drying at least overnight to really harden up and firm up, and then you can start adding all your details like the windows, and then this is the little nose of the plane. So I'm going to create this little cone shape, and then I'm going to dust it silver. And for the propellers, I've rolled out some black fondant, cut out a circle, and then cut out another little part circle out of that, and that's you're gonna need 3 of those. I'm just going to add some of these other little details like the windshield and like the blue stripes onto the plane. And for his eyes, I've used some blue food coloring and just some extract. And I'm just going to paint on his eyes. And stick those on using some water. And then to give him a little sparkle in his eye, I've just added little pieces of white fondant and this extra little orange piece over his windshield. And then you can start assembling your plane using some water. So I'm going to add the wings on first. As you can see, they're really dry and hard. And then the top of my plane. I'm just going to cut a really nice flat edge on the front of my plane for the nose to go on to. And then I'm cutting these little holes into the nose so I can stick my propellers into that. You're going to need 3 of those, and then you can just stick that on using some water. And for the little number 7s, I've just cut out some white circles and then drawn on a 7. I've stuck those onto the wings and onto the side of his body. And then I'm going to stick on his back wing. And then the back little fin part or stabilizer, whatever it's called, in this little antenna. And I've already covered my cake in fondant, so I won't show you fully how to do this, but I do have a full tutorial on how to cover a cake in fondant on my channel. I will leave a link for that in my description. And for the clouds, I've just cut out these little flower shapes, and I'm just stretching them into a cloud shape. And then lightly rolling my rolling pin over top of them just to make sure they're really nice and smooth. And then I'm just going to stick them onto my cake using some water. And my wheels are really nice and hard, so I'm just going to stick them into the bottom of my plane. I've already made some little pre-holes using a toothpick. I'm going to flip that over and just kind of stick it right into your cake. And for the back wheel, I'm just using a little water and just lifting up the back of the plane and resting it right on top of the wheel.
So that's how you make Dusty the plane. I hope you guys really enjoyed him, and you can always make his little plane friends to go along with him as well. Anyways, thank you all so much for watching. I really appreciate it, and I will see you guys all later.